Hello. Oh god, my voice. Sorry for the delay. This playthrough. Close. This, get my controller, la da da. Hope everyone's doing well, I suppose. There we go. Turn this on. Do that. Did I not save before quitting? Oh, yes I did. I just didn't start the chapter. War to end all wars.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life. Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines. His grim
1916,
task
France.
brought him to Oubliette Cathedral, now transformed into a field hospital.
Welcome, chat, to World War One.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me. Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, machine guns, and mustard gas rip, pierce, and burn their flesh. Men soak gauze in their own urine to stop the insidious gas. The hospitals here cannot cope with the torrent of wounded.
Oh, we're back in this church, okay. Fuck. Alright, I understand. Chad, have you ever seen those TikToks or those shorts or reels or wherever you find them? Of, what's it called? The time traveler that goes back in time, asks which World War this is. Is this World War II? And the guy's just like, what do you mean World War II? Those are funny. The guard shifts about, obviously bored with his duty and awaiting a replacement or perhaps a call to arms. The door's been taken off the hinges here. Interesting. Stacked deeply on the landing, crates of medical supplies await use. Syringes of morphine, bandages, tourniquets, antiseptics, the list goes on. Okay. I'm missing a perfectly square chunk. Ooh. Soldier's letter sits atop a crate of medical supplies. Okay, so we have a flash pan. A lucky penny. An old coin marked in a peculiar manner. It has held sentimental value for someone. Whoever holds the penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. Interesting. This photographer's flash pan uses it to hold combustible powders that, when ignited, create some large white flash. This can be used to stun some enemies. Yeah, I'd like an actual weapon, please. Please. Soldier's letter 2. Okay. Not gonna read letter 2 until I have letter. Yeah. Fuck. The body got dragged off to the left, so let's check everywhere but where that body went. The guard frowns and ushers Peter away from the organ. He explains this is one of the few antiques in the region that has so far survived the war, and that while he's alive, it will remain intact. Fair enough. The guard quietly but strongly points out that this area is off limits to civilians. Okay, makes sense. The altar is cleared of all valuables, not only to prevent looting, but also to afford space for medical supplies, and even as an operating table should the need arise. Cathedral's tabernacle is fashioned from aged varnished mahogany. Its doors are closed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it manually. Is that soldier's letter 1? Sealed envelope that seems to have been left behind. Let's open the envelope. Peter's acquired some soldier's orders. Peter cannot use that now. Interesting. So that's how we get behind somewhere we shouldn't be. Abruptly, the guard asks Peter if he has clearance for the old tower, as it is a restricted area. So that's probably where I use the soldier's orders. Check. The official, I forgot, use is not the same as check. An official note on Army Regulations stationery that reads, Private Thompson. By order of Lieutenant Hargraves on behalf of HRH George V, you are to leave your post of duty and rally in the street outside Ube Cathedral. Further orders will be presented to the rallying point. God save the king. Interesting. An odd collection of colored lines decorate the wall. Below the design, steps appears to lead up to the wall, going nowhere. Again, they're not choosing the old tower, and I find that interesting. Excuse me. The guard inspects the order and hands them back to Peter, saying these orders are intended for someone else. Maybe the downstairs? Definitely not the organ. At least not yet the organ. Guard inspects the orders, hand saying that these orders are intended for someone else. Okay. I'll try it on the organ, but I doubt it. Someone else. Yeah, that's what I thought. With a motherly voice, the nurse advises that Peter get some rest. The guard unfolds the orders and begins to read them before exclaiming, "Bloody hell, lad! We must be on the offensive!" The guard unfolds the, following the orders, he takes leave of his post. Interesting. Designed to muster patriotic feelings, these posters declare that the Allies are fighting the good fight. Small comfort for the occupants of the room, who spent their corpses line the cold cathedral floor. Yeah, pick up the goddamn revolver. Hello, Robert. No, he shouldn't take it, but he's gonna take it. Oh, shoot. Well, I can't take my sanity back that way. Anyway, Soldier's Letter 1. Letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love, Margaret. I was admitted to the hospital on Tuesday. The damage to my legs was slight, but there's no way I could ever walk normally again. I hate this place. Every day I'm reminded I will never be able to do the things I love. The hospital is a very strange place. Converted from an old cathedral, there is an odd atmosphere around it. Silent, but for the words of the wounded calling out in the night, there is no doubt it is haunted. What I find most odd in this place is that you never see anyone leave during the day. It's not right. No goodbyes or farewells, just an empty bed when you wake. Second level, from Private Reginald Jackson to his love, Margaret. I've been here for over a week now, and there is no word when I'll be allowed to leave. Strange things have happened at the night. At night, the sounds of the hospital change. Echoes of voices that don't belong to anyone haunt the walls and the corridors. The restless ghosts, perhaps, or sounds of movement or whispers. I have seen war firsthand, and that the sounds at night in this hospital scare me more than I ever thought possible. What is going on here at night? Why do I feel so threatened? My fears are worsened by the talk of the other young soldiers. One said he had heard cries for help in the middle of the night, cries that were only answered by snarls of rage and not compassion. Another said Lance Corporal Haskill has not been discharged, but had gone missing. Stared at his empty bed with a sense of unholy dread gnawing at my heart. Hello, Zana. Rifle ammo? I have a goddamn revolver. That's better. Like the Marie Celeste, the desk hasn't been touched in some time, as though its users suddenly turned away and never returned. A half-written letter bespeaks silent, unfinished activity. A desk that has been meticulously cleaned. Peter is surprised that it is not more chaotic for the frontline hospital. After all, this is where the death certificates are written. Great. I would love a melee weapon, for the love of God. Workings of the pipe organ have remained mostly the same since installation. Originally, the bellows were driven manually. Now they are steam-powered and the organ controlled electrically. This might be one of the oldest restored pipe organs in the world. So much goddamn rifle ammo. For a guy holding a revolver. Oh, fuck me. I don't have the time to reload that. I can't stand still long enough. I didn't save. Should have saved. Thought about saving multiple times. I forgot. At least I start at the top of the chapter.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life. Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines. His grim task brought him to Oublier Cathedral, now transformed into a field hospital.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me. Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, machine guns, and mustard gas rip, pierce, and burn their flesh. Men soak gauze in their own urine to stop the insidious gas. The hospitals here cannot cope with the torrent of wounded.
Milk. How'd I miss this the first time? I have an idea as to how, but like how? Alright, that's the 2 letters. I will save after the darkness comes, after I get the book. Before exiting the room. That's when I plan to save. This is more so to note that I haven't just stated that I need to save more than forgot. We know where the safety bounds are, and we're gonna not just save needlessly. Bloody hell, lad. It's fun to say that. Is there anything else in here? No, doesn't look like it. I'll save again after reading the book. Or reading that. Probably best to just run past and accept the sanity damage. Get the goddamn rifle. What I do find fascinating is that as the screen tilts more and more from the sanity loss, I never notice it until I'm correcting it. So... my sanity wasn't clearly wasn't in tip-top shape. Hey, are the walls bleeding? Again, I don't... oof. Need red, need red, need red, need red. Okay. Just make sure my health is tip-top and we're good to go. Not worth it. Ammo is a precious commodity. Not liking anything, not particular. Okay, we're heading straight for purple. Soldiers by lie on the floor, far from the front line. The poor man has met his end, his fate far removed from his brothers in arms, a victim of the cathedral rather than a bullet or bayonet. Old, rusty, but faithful for many years. A coal-burning boiler provides heat and steam to the cathedral. There's currently no pressure being diverted to the generator. Should Peter turn the wheel, I guess. Generator is working, but doesn't appear to be providing power to all the circuits in the cathedral. Perhaps a fuse has blown. There is a lever switch in the generator on-off. Should Peter pull the lever? Yes. The sound of the metal grating against metal combined with the hiss of steam, but there doesn't appear to be any output of the power. Is the circuit broken? Perched on the wall beside the generator is an open-facing fuel box. The fuse appears to be missing. There is no sign of where it could be. You don't happen to have a fuse, do you? Do. Not doing that twice. Yep. Oh no, sorry dude, you're dead, bye. Oh, this is a bad time to need to reload. Nervously shaking from her ordeal, the nurse tries to calm herself and thank Peter for saving her life. Glad to help. The altar stands wreathed in a cold mist. As Peter nears the stone, a sense of woe gnaws at his heart. The cathedral is undoubtedly evil, and not the holy place he had thought it to be. Oh, thank God. Yeah, give me the sword. In 9 out of 10 games, especially horror games, gun feels so much better. In this game, give me the fucking melee weapon. Because I cannot deal with the shooting in this game. The room has been converted into a rudimentary morgue. Bloodstained sheets cover the unfortunate souls who have passed beyond. A torch hangs upon a wall. Pick it up. Rifle ammo. Rifle ammo. That's just the wall bleeding. Okay. Oh, you want me to get some rest, huh? You were nearly killed by what? Oh, you don't know either. Yeah, but I should get some rest after saving you. You're safe in here. Just stay here, huh? God damn, bar the door. Maybe then I'd consider getting some rest, honestly. Get some rest, she says. And I'm being called away, chat. Give me just a moment. Boop. Of course you're laughing at me. Anyway. I just need to... It's fine enough for my purposes, and my health is fine enough. You know what? The minute I get a chance, I should really save after that impressive triple kill. Okay. Gotta look for a fuse and all that shit. Or door. Relative safety. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. That's what I do. I look for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. I'm really good at looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. I am looking for a fucking fuse. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. I feel better with the fucking sword.
Ah, sweet Alex. Many centuries I've waited for you. You are mine. Don't disappoint me now. I've waited such a long time, Alex.
Never! I know what you are. I've seen what happened.
You can try to fight me, but in the end you shall succumb to my desires. My foolish child, you don't even know your own destiny.
Get away from me!
Yeah, I figured that was pious, but
Can't be happening. This
it's so weird to hear him talk. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. I am looking for a fucking fuse. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. 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 Yeah, my sandy stopped off. Did I find a fuse? Did The shelling has knocked out the cathedral's generator. The organ cannot be used without supply power. ABY XBXA, I believe is what I need to do there. Dispel this damage field. Dispel magic. No. Summon trapper. Reveal invisible. Might have been reveal invisible. Every time I figure out what I gotta do here. Alright, so it's definitely not reveal invisible. Not enchant. Not recover. Was it dispel magic? Don't remember how to deal with these. Room has fallen into disuse. The shelves, once full of books and scrolls, are now ripe with dust, bearing nothing but trash and debris. I'll be honest, I'm just glad there's one living human not trying to kill me here. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. Fuses are nice, and I look for them. Check my sanity. Because that was creepy. Now I keep looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse, 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 fuse. Fuse city, fuse city, fuse, fuse, fuse. There appears to be a hole in the wall. It's large enough for a small dog to pass through. Door is unlocked, but it won't open since there's some large object blocking it on the other side. Come on. Interesting. Looking for a fuse. Looking for a fuse. The only way left forward is here. This is the way forward. This requires a spell. What spell does it require? Well, not the damage zap that I've been using. Not the summon zombie. Doubt it's the shield. Summon trapper doesn't make sense. Dispel magic does. Dispel red magic. Doesn't seem to have worked. Damage field. Doubt it. Reveal invisible. Would have thought. Tried all three. Didn't work. Offer. And then shit. Oh. No, with this enchantment. Enchant the invisible. With this enchantment, the invisible is rendered visible. Use it wisely, for some things are invisible for a reason, and mortal kind is not meant to see them. This spell requires. For every magic there is a counter that which is protected no more. That which is bound is unbound. Be warned that a more powerful magic than this will endure its ravages. Yes, a more powerful version of Spell 9 is not going to be a bad thing. I was curious what happened if I did power just 4 times. My spell combinations. That's a 7-pointed thing, not a 5-pointed, which means that it has to be somewhere. The fuse has to be somewhere. Where, though? There's I come down. Okay. So let's zoom out. Let's look at this as thoroughly as I can. That's the front. That's upstairs. We will get to that last. That over there is where you find the gun. That's the main area being used for healing. That's where we were sitting. No items have been visible. I will run down the center aisle again just to be sure. That's where the rifle is, the organ, and the tabernacle. That's the old cathedral. There's the room that I got the torch in. That's where I saved the nurse lady. We go up for a moment. Up there's where I got the sword. Find it interesting that that's highlighted, but that's where I got the sword. I don't think the fuse is up there. I'll check if checking down the middle aisle doesn't work, though. We go back down. Sealed off passageway to where I'm currently stuck. Over there is the downstairs. We head down to the left and right with just rooms of ammo. That's where we did the death certificate. That's where the organs powered by steam and electricity go through. Got 2 trappers to the left. That's where we diverted the steam. There's a small hole for dog to fit through and a doorway that's blocked. And then the generator, which is missing the fuse of which we are searching for. We go back up. We go over this way. We go up again. That's the landing. Nurse tried to kill me. Journal number 2 was through this very useless hall. And then right there. Then you go up to the bell tower, you fight, you come back, you get the danger, whatever. So there's 2 spots for me to check. I went to the wrong place. The nurse scared out of me. I did not end up going in the wrong room upon second thought, because I wanted to go up. Whatever. I may need to look this up. It's not up there. Yeah, that's the exact thing, and it has nothing. So we're gonna go hang out with the nice nurse, the alive nurse, the not trying to kill me nurse. We're gonna go stand with them. Oh, stop walking away from me. Stop. Okay. We're just gonna stand here and talk to the nurse while I look this up. Because I am confused. Let's just see here. Was just my controller. Did scare the shit out of me, yes, but the controller is hopefully fine. It is now somewhere safer. Someone has typed up the original GameCube's game guide. Lovely. Haha. Okay. We see Peter, countless horrors of war. Soldier 1. Blah blah blah. Okay. I might understand now. And I need Mod to be walked away. Get right back. And I return, just like that. Oh, my neck. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. You see, I thought this meant an enemy would come and attack me eventually. Apparently, I'm the enemy. You know what? No, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. Oh. Fair enough.
Tier Parattack Celadon.
After I've been summoned, press A to trap an enemy. One is targeted using R release controls. Body of a soldier, a patient from the hospital lies slumped against the door, trying to hide from the horror. He had barricaded himself inside of the room before succumbing to his wounds. I wanted to pause, damn it. I need to fucking, I don't know what to do. I understand that I can be in here and that's fantastic, but I don't know what that means. Okay, let's try. Was I really just that stupid? My God. All I'm doing is recovering the amount I've used, I think. Seven-point per circle of power. It is acquired circle of power. That and that. Let's try. Doesn't hurt to have that in the back pocket. All right. Should get dispel magic while I'm thinking of it.
Yes, pardon.
There we go. And sure, I'll grab damage field. No, I won't. All 3 circles of power. Missing one of those, and we have all the runes. We're just missing one of these. The purples. Actually, what haven't I checked this? Heavy single-handed sword with 2 cutting edges, commonly known as a bastard sword or a hand and half sword for the length of the hilt, which can fit one hand with the other for support. Interesting. There we go. Alright, I'm glad I went and decided to try to see what what spell I need to do, because I was getting confused. Apparently, chat, very, very important thing I've just looked and learned, there's no fucking fuse. You use the lucky penny, the old trick, but also, god damn it, I was gonna spend the rest of my days looking for a goddamn fuse. In a rush of inventiveness, Peter jams a lucky penny into the place of the fuse. Amazingly, it works and the fuse has been replaced. I hate it here. Pull the lever. An incredibly old, well-preserved pipe organ. The workmanship is quite good, but the borders on the grotesque, tiny demonic figures hide within the swirling facade designs, almost invisible to the naked eye. Yes. A, B, oh. A, B, Y, X, B, Y, A. I hate those things. Tabernacle is almost empty. It should be the door handle. A door handle? What do you mean there's a door handle? Door handle for an obscure door. Doesn't appear to belong any door in sight. Yeah, I didn't think so. Can I save now? This is, I believe, reveal invisible. Assign. Blue. No. Cast. Blue. The door handle's nowhere in sight. Oh no. Open the fucking door. Man, I've been meaning to say for 45 minutes. Stop loading me up with ammo. How about that, huh? Oh god. Oh my god.
This isn't really happening.
Mother of God. Always fucking downstairs. You know, that's the least amount of enemies that's ever been on that staircase, and I hate it. It is weak to blue. We have 3 door options. Really thought the shield would protect against that, I'll be honest with you. Blue, need blue. Ding dong, the blue is dead. Refill my magic a bit faster. Young man's body lies hunched against the wall on the platform. Blood and the viscous wound surrounding the face and neck soaks remnants of what appears to be a uniform with a sickly dark red. horse. Tattered letter lies on the chair forgotten. Soldier's letter. Third letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. It has been 2 days since Hashkill went missing, and I'm afraid to go to sleep. More than once I saw shadows of people moving past my bed, peeking through the blinds to see a wounded soldier being taken from his bed, drugged and delirious in the dead of the night, never to be seen again, as Haskell was, perhaps as I will be. What happened to him? I don't know. I'm afraid to ask what happened, for I know that I would surely be the next one to be taken into the darkness. Light inward, push it. Can we equip it? Thank you. A key lies upon the accursed shrine, glinting in the soft candlelight. Binding hall key. No, not this door. Not that door. That door is what I got the key for, I'm pretty sure. Didn't even see the fucker. Doesn't really matter. All my stats are fine, I think. Even I guess I could use the health. That's okay, but if, well, hold on, if I use the key.
Celandine.
Now this is the binding hall. It's where I got the key for. I'm presuming that's a mandatory location. So I'm assuming I am safe. Six. Milky blue bottle stands on the altar. Magical elixir. Now, if I had needed that and didn't come for it, I would have been especially upset. Some rifle ammo. Soldier's cold, stiff body sprawled on the steps. Peter attempts to flip the corpse over to discover his identity, but all that is left of the man's face is a ruined mass of eaten flesh. I mean, I could clearly see a face, but okay. Soldiers. Magic attack. Is that spell 9? That is spell 9. I understand that's the point to a degree, but this place gets so much more expansive every time we go past it. Every time we go through it, I should say. Corridor is ended by an elaborate door decorated in a manner much different than others. In the cathedral, Peter senses the unbearable evil beyond when he reaches the door. Fear creeps into his gut and begins to eat at his soul. Should he open the door? No. So do I need to fight my way through this, or... Can we please, like...
You bore me flesh and bone.
Nothing I saved recently. Nope, not start game. Load game. Peter Jacobs. 1916. I love a boss fight. I went through the wrong door.
Europa Santa Celadon.
Okay, I can save here. So what are my stats like? I'm full everything. Make a stronger spell 9. So what do I need? Area and whatever that is. Project area. Lovely. Protect, summon, absorb. Sell. Let's get the damage field up. Did that wrong. No, it's protect area. Need enchant. Well, maybe I should work on enchant item. Enchant a rifle? Hmm. Those two. Let's go through an exhaustive process. Yep. Okay. So spell 12 was that. 13. Wait a minute, hold on. Still have to. Okay, I'm out of it, it's fine.
Tyr, Regon, Celadon.
Okay, that explains that, I guess.
Bankarok, pardon. Santa, pardon. Pardon. No, pardon.
Right, let's see what this does. Just close this up. Magic attack. Damage field.
You bore me flesh and bone.
Rough shot. Do I need to dispel magic? Okay. Ow. Oh. Magical barrier does nothing. That's good to know. Annoying, but good to know. No idea what that does. Enchanting the item did nothing. Shield? Shield is good. I'll just have to rely on magical attack. Sure. No. That's a meme, right? I don't know. I cringed doing it, so probably, but I don't fucking know. Bad with that shit. Still raising money for charity this month. Probably should be better about mentioning that, but you know, I'm bad at it. It's about people shouldn't watch me. Bow. Bow. Funny human.
You bore me flesh and bone.
Yep. Ow. Jesus. Fuck. Oh, Lord. Fucking hell, that went worse than last time. The difference was, I guess I wasn't shooting him, but he never started doing his, like, suck. I'm gonna be here for a while. I might only do one chapter this stream. I didn't save after reassigning those two again, did I? Shit. Attack aside. Yes, Peter should open it. I hate that we have to do this every time. Oh, my back. Yep.
You bore me flesh and bone.
Oh. Fuck me. Really should have quit with it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a bit more magic. Only works when he's in the regen mode. Got it. And if he's not gonna come near me, well, I'll just wait. Shooting the orbs that damaged me and took away my magic was the most infuriating part of the last section. This is much easier. Come on. Okay. My timing was a tad off, so let's figure this out. Now, if I were to do the spell now, yeah, when the third one starts getting summoned in, I think that's the best time to do it. Let's see. I have enough magic. I just gotta do when he starts summoning the third guy, or the third one. The third guy's finished here. Hold. Hold. Now. Fuck me. Should have expected this to be a 3-stager, but also... It took the magic without doing the damage. Damn it. Very slim timings there for the very strong one. Obviously, I could have done the weaker ones, but I didn't want to take the chance of having to do that multiple times. I ain't taking the risk that my sanity kills me. Okay, lovely. With the Guardian of Chatukara vanished, and the stained glass that kept it hidden lying in pieces, the essence of Ulutha is now liberated. Its magic beckons to Peter, calling him. He approached cautiously. Should Peter retrieve the essence? No. Peter reaches out for the artifact, but it pulls away as he feels its corrosive magic close to his hand. Wrapping his hand in a shred of cloth, he carefully Wrapping his hand in a shred of cloth, he carefully lifts the artifact from its resting place. Peter acquired the essence. 69.
And that was how I came by it. I know it sounds crazy, but there you have it. The only proof I have is that statue.
It's a strange one. I've seen one like it before.
You have?
Yes. Very rare, though. Very obscure.
I've had experts take a look at it, and none of them know what it is. And you do.
I'm somewhat of an expert on these things myself. An interest I developed a long time ago while I was a young man.
Then you should keep it. Lord knows I have no interest in it. I am sure it's the cause of my sleeplessness. I keep thinking about it, as if it's calling out to me.
Then a drink, perhaps. For the gift. For an unusual objet d'art.
Objet d'art. Fancy. Fancy speak right there, chat. Ooh. Having stopped reading, Alex discovered a small penny taped to the back of Peter's chapter. He brought the lucky penny back with him. Also, for those wondering why I don't put the recover spells on higher runes, I'd rather take it piece by piece, personally, as opposed to using the maximum power, because I don't want, it uses very little magic. Sure, it takes a little more time, but that's fine by me, rather than you're going for, a full recovery in the context of battles. Here, it's whatever. Lucky penny. So somewhere in this house.
Help me! Please help me! I can't get the blood out!
Alex has found the basement key. Alex did not want to find the basement key. Alex has no choice. Alex is unhappy about this. Oh. It's a completely normal basement. Gonna be honest, this is not what I was expecting. Fuse box circuit breaker array situated at the top of the wall, but one of the fuses is still intact. The absence of this one is suspicious. Until it's replaced with a circuit connected to it, it's useless. Jammed lucky penny into the piece of the missing fuse. Trip the breaker. Safe of a large old-fashioned, made in the days when security was delivered from the heavy metal construction rather than a secure locking mechanism. Doesn't look like it would be too difficult to break. The combination, if only Alex had a stethoscope to hear the tumblers clearly. Brass framework hangs from the ceiling, cradling the closer. Part of the mechanism. Ah, so this is how we open into the thing. Okay. So soon we'll get that hand crank, I guess. Pump action shotgun stuck to the wall. Yeah. Not needed right now because I'm very happy with sword. But we know when the time is to come. Is that time now? No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't seem so. Journal of Maximilian Roivis. Antique medicine cabinet hangs on the wall. It's wood stained from years of use and ambient humidity in the room. Should Alex open the cabinet? Yes. A chapter page. Retrieve the chapter page. Yep. A legacy of darkness. Now, cutscene.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing, and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Chaturka. Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivus has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful. He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
So is this how our grandfather died? Journal of M. Roivus, Part 2. Note from Edward. M. Roivus, Part 1. Let's reread this one, actually. Everything that brightened my life now engulfed me in darkness. I fed on the light of truth, yet starved on the shadows of lies. I have learned through my lifetime, but now no less than a newborn baby. I sought to love all, yet now love causes me pain and suffering. I have learned to fear nothing, although it is not nothing. It is nothing that I most fear. All that were loyal to me now number among my worst enemies. All right, let's use the chapter. "1952. This is our grandfather.
My education in psychiatry did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Chaturga. How Skinner would incorporate Zelotov into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor Maximilian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
This part of the library reserved for the entertaining of the house's more scholarly guests. A simple yet elegant layout affords quiet drink and conversation. Journal of the family history rests upon the mantle. It was recently used. Can I? Politely, she asks Edward if there is anything she can do for him. Now, yep, the whole house layout has changed. The nook is there, honestly looking a lot more comfortable than it once did.
You know who I am, Edward. Although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am, or was, Maximilian Roivas, your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end.
So much like we have our grandfather, Edward had Maximilian.
Set the clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
Magic pool, interesting. Have to find the clock hands to set it properly. Thick layer of grime on the window prevents Edward from looking out into the garden. Despite the efforts of the servant Edward hires, the mansion continues to sink into decay. Large carriage clock sitting on the foyer table, beautifully crafted, but appears to be stuck with the hands permanently set to 3:33. Or, the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour. As Edward nears, the servant stops mumbling to herself and asks him if he thinks the weather will clear up before the solstice. Edward finds the reference to the solstice rather pond and questions its significance. I can fucking talk. So we already had the piano. Edward never learned the piano, but that has not stopped him from hammering away on the keys now and again. Very therapeutic. Perhaps one day he would learn properly. An antique saber mounted. Yep, give me that fucking saber. Wait, hold on. Liquid courage. Small flask of the old sauce, liquid courage, a magical elixir to the power of one's spirit in the face of adversity. Bottoms up. This will regain sanity, motherfucker. This old musty book, bound in dry, dusty leather. This book covers the early history of the royal family, dating back before the settlers in this land. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should Edward get it out? The minute hand of the clock. Puttering around with the crockery. The servant informs Edward that the table has been set for him just as he'd like. A bizarre decorated mantel frames the fireplace, adorned with odd sigils arranged in a circular fashion. It is unlike most of the art in this house, perhaps some sort of significance. Ammo. With no one living in the house for a long time, it's no wonder the pantry is empty. Edward lives out of the refrigerator, so to speak. Oh, Edward. Can't blame you. Servant notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. Idle chit-chat. I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. Came from there. Here's the basement. Basement's locked. The observatory is not installed yet, which is interesting. That's an Edward edition. I will say those doors are beautiful. Carpet is still well maintained. The fucking sculpture isn't here yet. A brooding, melancholic painting adorns the wall. Strange choices of decoration for a bedroom, each one seethed with a virulence that could only have been wrought by an unsound mind. These some big words, chat. 38 revolver ammo. Shotgun shells. The master bath is woefully Spartan and only barely contemporary. It appears to satisfy the most practical of tastes, or perhaps someone who has their mind set on other things. Spartan bed, vaguely fashioned after colonial trends, offers small comfort to the weary. Hasn't been slept on for a long time, and that in and of itself is a testament to its luxury. A journal of the family history rests on the bench. Historical journal. Okay. A musty old bound book. This book covers the recent history of the royal family, going back perhaps 150 years. Has something in the pages. The hour hand. Edward was reassured by the sight of his family gun. The cabinet's priceless antique. He would rather not have to smash the window to get inside. But where did he leave that key? Shotgun shells. Some elephant gun ammo. Okay, yeah, we're getting that goddamn gun. It'll blow the socks off or something. I don't usually condone hunting, but this is demons we're dealing with here. Give me the goddamn elephant gun rounds. And the gun, preferably, in some form or muttering to herself, she works. The servant comments on how the mansion is never really clean. Well, it's not my damn fault. I want a clean mansion. Clean home. Happy wife. The door is already missing. She informs Edward that she believes the weather will worsen. She hasn't heard it being this bad for many decades. Hey, did you hear that? No? Okay. An exorbitant, out-of-place stained glass window into the hallway. Whoever put it here has an eccentric taste and confirms Edward's belief that the mansion is more folly than house. Edward's got a saber. You know what? That's the indicator that I should fucking save. Over here? Not here. Yes, I know I have both the hands to put in the goddamn clock, but also... What the hell was that sound? Usually wouldn't want to explore that, but this is my house. I should really know where the hell these screamings and sounds of gunshot come from. Thank you for the curt nod. I'm glad to know you're alive. So what, we just screaming like that for no reason? Bunch of hoodlums, or did it come from upstairs? Or did it come from the place that's supposed to be there? Okay, you know, that's probably it. The ghost asked Edward to set the clock with two hands. The clock in the face cannot be adjusted. Adjust the clock. That's 3. finicky. It's a very thin bookshelf.
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste.
Okay, who the hell put a revolver in here? You know, I don't like the way it's prepping me for a fucking fight. Yeah, grab the tome. Upon the desk was the work of a madman, frantic scribbling, torn notepaper, and had somehow weathered the years. Were these Maximilian's ravings laid out in choppy scrawls of ink, or the testament of humanity's savior waiting to fuel the battles against the Guardians? Half of the key to the elephant gun. Okay, are we gonna... Not like I didn't try. Half the key tumbles up from the vase, tumbles and smashes on the floor. Bottom half the basement key. Oh, that's not the... Yeah, I don't like the fact the enemy can turn invisible. I'm just gonna... Well, I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom. Run to the bathroom, Jeff. The bathroom. I'm back from the bathroom. In the second bathroom. I like saying bathroom. Bathroom. And I'm going to... I'll be back. Lost my mind for a little minute there. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. 1 second. Why is it flashing and I can't do anything with it? Hmm. Hoping someone with some technical difficulties on the side. I'll get back to where I was. Fuck. Alright, he's down in the basement. Free from the claws of the monster and the clutches of certain death, the servant profusely thanks Edward for saving her life. Bird in a comic, blah blah blah. Fourth shot. Fucking hell. Edward, you need more health. Check. Matter transfers the innate magical energy of the environment to self. Through the ancient, at your disposal once for magic power, you will bereft of spiritual power naturally speaks to you.
Dear Rick,
Can we get out of this small ass hallway? There's a spell in the basement for me. Yeah, that's expected. Yeah, that's better. She believes the weather will worsen. Damn it. Can we not? Can I not get bullied in a f***ing corner? I don't know what that's supposed to mean to me, honestly. Grateful for having their lives spared from the monster offers a token of thanks. Elephant gun ammo. Can you maybe the key? The key. Listen for the sounds of squelching, chat. I mean, I can't save until that guy's dead, bro.
Help! Please help!
Yeah, sanity's not the biggest threat here. It's my health. God damn. Why do we just stand there the first time, huh? Do we just need to get lucky and have him break the vase upstairs for the other half of the key or something? Like... Also, wasn't this a decorative saber? Which would mean it sure as hell does not have the slicing power. Yeah, that's why it takes 3 slashes. Oh, shoot. Then it makes its way to the basement. Sucks on the whatever. Shaken by his brush with the servant gives the thanks. He warns that the creature might still be around. An extra firehour would be handy. Find by his own words, he fishes the key out of the box. The gun cabinet key. You have the gun cabinet key. Can I save now, please? I'll use an elephant rifle on this thing. This thing will die. This function allows the character to change the fire selector on guns. Someone chase me? Nope. Can we not? All for the token of thanks. Shotgun shells. And we're watching. And we're waiting. What the? In its desperation to escape from error, the vampiric creature drops the top half of the key on the floor. It appears to be broken. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Like, seriously. Also, the monster's getting in and out just fine. Need to fix it somehow. Okay, I can't play the piano. I need to repair the key somehow. What have I come across that could repair the key? Can I save, by the way? Closer here. Nope. Let's look at the map. Look at the map! Oh, God. Anything here screams key repair. Not really. What about here? Don't remember anything being marked out as sticky or... Hmm. Portraits of the ancestral Roivus line in the foyer. Line the foyer walls, their faces real dark brooding edge. Each that gives the viewer a telling feeling. Maybe the pantry? I know the pantry was laden bare, but maybe it has something. Hear no squelching footprints and I hear no screaming. Let's check. Not mix, not... I have to interact with something, but what? What gets me closer to having the key repaired? Tables laid out as I desired. That's where I got the saber. I know the door is locked. I have the broken key. Again, how that guy keeps getting in and out when I have the key. It's locked, like... Got a few questions. Imagine you're one of the servants. You're working for a psychologist who's inherited this house that never is able to stay clean no matter how much you and all the other people work. Then one day, you get attacked by something you can't explain. It's killing you. And then the master of the house saves your life with a sword. You give him a key to his gun cabinet to pull out the elephant rifle, but then you just go back to working like nothing happened. Like, the fuck? I'd really like to save. Worth a shot. I do have to end soon, so I am going to look at the guide from earlier and see the next step, because I at the very least need to be able to save. Do not appreciate being locked out of saving when I need to end soon, or just in general. We were on chapter 10, by the way. Motherfucker. I'd completely dismissed the enchant item spell. I've forgotten we've used that to repair things before. That was like a month ago for me, by the way, okay? Lots happened in a goddamn month. Open bloody door. Yeah, I didn't think so. Let's go downstairs. I need to get back up the stairs. Yep. Yeah. You're gonna make me do all of that again. Do I have to elephant gun the pillar? Yeah, I gotta take out the pillar. Okay. Don't know how, but I do have to take out the pillar. I'm gonna assume the elephant gun. I have enough time to give this one more shot. Do I? Let's go fast and hope. Kill her, grab the key, go upstairs, get the other guy, kill him again. And it should give me the top half. Repair the key. Shield and prep, and then I'm going in. Oh, God. Honestly, way the recover, assign. 'Cause that's for such a small amount of health, it's not going as quickly as it should. Yeah. Wrong fucking door. Use. Not letting me save still. Mode on that is fine. Where are you, you little bastard? Come out, wherever you are. I hear it. Where is it? In the gun cabinet room. Bastard walked right by me. Okay. Really thought he's red, so I should be able to reveal invisible him. Oh, damn it. Don't like getting double teamed. She dead. I think she's dead. Whoopsie. Yeah, okay. And that's my up key if I remember. No.
Bankrock, pardon. Sand, pardon. Pardon. No, pardon.
Damn it. Well, I know for next time, because I am out of time. So close. It's not like I didn't try to save. I did. But that's where we're gonna call it. So let's see who I'm going to raid. Oh, Sports Live, and I have raided them in a bit, and we were playing with them recently, so we're gonna raid them. They're playing some Arc Raiders. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll catch y'all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye now. Have a good one. I don't believe I'll be streaming again today, so see you tomorrow for some Dead Space. Adios.